I'm running for school board because I want to restore the collaboration between the Frisco ISD and the city of Frisco. We're lucky to live in Frisco. Frisco enjoys a lot of the benefits now that were created between city and ISD collaboration 10, 20 years ago. That is lacking, and it needs some leaders to help bring that together. That's the first reason. The second is I'm almost a 20-year resident of Frisco. I have dedicated most of the last decade of my volunteer civic time to the Frisco Education Foundation, which is the primary nonprofit for the ISD. It has allowed me to get into campuses, see classrooms, engage with teachers, engage with students that I hadn't been able to do in a long, long time. See some of the good, see some of the not so good. And it made it a very compelling opportunity for me. The trustee sits on a board of 7 in Frisco that comprises the board of trustees. Our primary job at its highest level is to maximize student achievement. And how that's accomplished, generally speaking, is through supervision of the administration, which begins with the superintendent on down, and to make sure that they are acting in all of our best interest. The first one that comes to mind is teacher retention. Teacher retention, not just in Frisco ISD, but across a lot of districts, and the workforce in general is a challenge these days for multiple reasons. However, teacher retention is extremely important because it has so many other collateral and other consequential effects. And so finding and identifying and implementing policy that helps with teacher retention and promoting that, I think, is one of the most important things that we as a board should be doing right now. Second is effective use of technology. COVID and the pandemic itself has accelerated and caused the widespread use of technology. I don't think we quite have that figured out yet. And so using technology in an effective way would certainly be a policy concern. The first thing I would say is if we look back in 3 years or even midway through my term and we see less politics on the board, I think that can be very divisive, especially in these times. From a teacher perspective, I would say teacher pride. The biggest question and the biggest issue that I would like to be seen answered is, are the teachers proud to be working in the Frisco Independent School District? Restoring that. And the third would be, again, student achievement, making sure that whatever policy we're doing, are we in fact making them future ready? Are we preparing them for college and or whatever the career they're going into? It's very important. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, Frisco enjoys the benefits of having a relatively low tax rate because of the corporate base it has. And that if you look at it relative to other districts, you have a relative low tax rate combined with superior facilities. And the only way you do that is having that kind of cooperation, collaboration, and corporate success. And so that would be one of the hallmarks of what I would really be trying to keep. Frisco has a career and technical education center. They call it CTE Center. It's unique. It's fantastic. It is actually growing as we speak. And so for those that aren't familiar, it's a facility that right now less than about 10% of the students actually use, and has various technical, almost like labs that range from nursing to law to mechanical, and get some hands-on experience. And, you know, I've been to a lot of districts and you don't see a lot of stuff like that. It's fascinating and it's growing, and they're expanding it right now to add more advanced technology, cyber and other types of lab programs to it. It's going to allow for more students to use it. It's going to be a great thing.